Register, please. Hello everybody, my name is Joy and welcome to this very long overdue vlog. It's really been a while since I've actually just kind of sat down and talked to you about what has been up, and that has several reasons. But first and foremost, I got some really great news. I finally graduated. Last week on Thursday, I had my final presentation and I finally managed to do it right. So I finally graduated. Finally. Did I mention finally? If you've seen some of my previous vlogs, I probably addressed it like a million times there. I remember one specific vlog where I actually shared a result with you. I was sitting there and I got an email saying that my proposal got rejected. If you remember that one, then you know that I have been doing this for a long time. I've been working on this research since 2016. So you can imagine that I'm very relieved that it's now over, and I actually managed to get a decent grade. I graduated with a 7 out of 10. That's something I'm very proud of right now because I never would have imagined that possible a few weeks ago. I do not want to go too far into the details of the how and the what right now. I just want to be relieved and happy and find a job, but I'll probably do a video on the process a little bit later on because I think it might be useful for other students. Who's bothering me? Anyways, this graduation project has also been the main reason as to why my uploading schedule has been completely sporadic right now. I used to upload every single day. That is not the case anymore at all, and I kind of hate that. But on the other hand, I didn't have much of a choice, so sorry for the sporadicness. I'm really trying, I promise. But I definitely think that from now on it's going to be a bit more easier for me to keep up a schedule. Because I had these very long periods of time where I had to wait, and then I had these very long periods of time where I was completely swamped with work and I had to do everything in my power to get things done on time. So that is kind of why. And also at some point I kind of got into a bad headspace. You know, due to a lot of stress and a lot of other things that happened in my personal life, I kind of went a little downhill. I actually got help for that, so that is all good. I'm doing much better now. You can imagine I'm very much relieved. But yeah, that is something that happened. I actually got the help of a therapist to kind of talk things over and to kind of organize things in my head, because that's very important too. But also to address some other issues that have been going on in my life. Having said that, I gotta tell you, I am doing fine now. I am perfectly safe and sound. I got a roof above my head. I got food. Nothing in that regard to be worried about. Now, I haven't just been sitting on my ass and typing away at my thesis the whole time. Most of the time, but not the whole time. I actually got a little bit more into music, as you might have been able to tell from the absolutely ridiculous and terrible songs I've been uploading. But the main reason as to why I got more involved with that is because I've been participating in the development of a really cool mod for Skyrim. So if I can just plug that right now, I'll leave a link down in the description. But it's for Atmora. I've been involved in the music and in some of the voice acting. I gotta be very clear though, that it is not 100% certain yet in what way exactly I will be involved in the eventual product. I want to make very sure I say that. Even if I end up not being involved at all, I just want to show you this mod because I have a lot of faith in it. I think it's really cool. And, you know, you can tell from the people who work on it that they're very passionate about it. I have full faith that this is going to be an amazing project. So I just wanted to plug that real quick. Again, I'll leave something in the description if you want to know more about it. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of Skyrim. So in a nutshell, that's basically what's been going on this side of the screen. I'm really wondering what you guys have been up to. I have been trying to read comments and reply to them as much as possible, and reply to messages on Twitter and Facebook. By the way, if you want to approach me for anything at all, for, if you want to collaborate with me, if you want to work with me on something music or whatever, please contact me via Twitter. That right now is the best way to do it, because I did have an email address for Level Joy stuff, but it's become just super clogged with everything that has nothing to do with it. And there's only like 1 or 2 people who are still actively trying to contact me through there. I've told them this as well. Please go to my Twitter. It is a much easier way to approach me, and I will actually see what you're telling me. Now, for the foreseeable future, I will definitely be continuing the playthrough that I'm busy with now, the Dark Brotherhood Oblivion questline, because I absolutely still love doing that. I'm glad that the quality of the video has been slightly improved, at least I hope so. I think it is. Just let me know what you think about that. Also, let me know what you would like me to do next, because I'm thinking Shivering Isles or maybe Thieves Guild. Just let me know what you think and what you'd like to see of me. You can also suggest a different game. I take suggestions and I'll see how good or bad I am at those. So that is basically what I've been up to in a nutshell. That is what I have been doing for the past couple of months, or 2 years actually, to be frank. A lot has happened in those 2 years. I've moved twice. I've moved twice, which was also kind of exciting because I'm very, very happy about where we're living right now. I'm not going to tell you where, obviously. It's something fun, but it's also something that comes with stress and with a bunch of other stuff. And I'm somebody who doesn't deal very well with change. Especially when it comes to moving, I really need to take my time to settle down somewhere. It takes a while before I really feel at home somewhere. And I think I really do right now. I really feel comfortable in this place, and also the neighborhood is really nice, so that is just great. I've also lost a few people that I cared about very much, and that's always tough. It's nothing strange, but it's something that affects you. I lost my grandparents, my grandfather, and my grandmother. My grandmother was the most recent to pass away, and yeah, I really had a tough time with that. I mean, I imagine anybody who cares about their grandma does. And all of that kind of in combination with the whole process of me desperately trying to graduate, trying to get my research going and get it done right. All of that just kind of piled up into a big mush, and it made it kind of hard for me to properly function anymore. I'll just say it like it is. I mean, I've never been in any real danger, I gotta say that, but man, I've been stressed out. I have just been in a bad place. And even though I can fully realize that also good things have happened, that's kind of stress over a long period of time, plus all these personal things going on, it affected me badly. And I think it would break down anyone at some point. Back when I started my college education, I could not imagine. I heard these stories of people quitting in their last year, just dropping out. And I could not imagine it back then. But now I absolutely can. Seriously. I mean, I managed to pull through, but my God, I can completely imagine if you can't deal with that anymore. But again, don't want to go too far into that. So that is a story for another day. Stop! I'm sorry if I'm being a bit awkward about how I tell this, but the reason I wanted to share this is because in the past, especially when playing video games where this theme came up, I've always encouraged people to go ahead and find help, to reach out to somebody, to reach out to a professional preferably, which is why I think it would be hypocritical of me if I would just keep it to myself. It's not something very unique or special or super, it's not something, super unique. It is something that can happen to anybody. And, go get the help that you need. I did. And, even though it didn't solve my problems overnight, I mean, even still now, when that huge amount of stress is gone, I'm sure that I'm going to feel the consequences of that for a little bit longer. So, invest in that. It is important to invest in your own health. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that for now. I'm probably never going to get better at making these vlogs. I'm sorry. I'm not that naturally social, charming, whatever you call it. But I still think it's important to just sit down every once in a while and actually talk about things, because I don't want people to... I don't know. I want to make it my channel. I want to make it something a bit more personal, because I tend to kind of shut out the entire world and only go to the matter at hand. But that's not what I want this time. I just want to make it, actually open up a little. And that's also mainly because I started making YouTube videos. I noticed that once I, contacted somebody, like a developer, and I complimented them on their game, or I said something else about their game, or I asked permission to film it, they would be super nice to me, and you know, it would open up new doors sometimes, and sometimes we would end up talking for a prolonged amount of time, which is awesome because those are usually interesting people to talk to. And because I've noticed those positive effects, I kind of want to keep that going. I don't want to, you know, go back to shutting myself out. But I'm starting to ramble again, so I think I'm going to end this vlog here. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you've been up to, actually. It's almost Christmas, so probably some of you have some interesting stories to tell. And let me know what you would like to see me play, because I'm open for pretty much anything. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!